Okay, welcome. We are here for our yoga class this morning. We're going to spend the next hour together just focusing on breathing and connecting breath to our movements, quieting the body and the mind. So let's go ahead and relax in our backs. Let's get nice and comfortable. Let your arms be restful at your sides with your palms open face to the sky. Closing our eyes. Let's begin to breathe deeply in through the nose, expanding belly, back, and ribcage on the inhale. Exhale out through the nose. We feel that same area of the body contract and empty. As we're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, let's bring some awareness to our face, relaxing our eyes, relaxing our jaw. Release any tension from the neck. Breathe into your shoulders and down the length of your arms, out through your fingers. And then let's bring our breath into our hips and our pelvis. Let our breath travel down our legs, out through our toes. And then we'll guide our breath into our spine. Feel it enter the top of our head. Start to travel down the spine, weaving in between each segment of our spine until we feel it go right out to the tip of our tailbone. From here, let's inhale arms skyward, and let's exhale, let them flow back behind us. Once they've made it to the mat, we're going to stretch out through our fingers, push out through our heels, and really make the body as long and straight as we can. And then see if you can actually stretch the left arm and left leg a little bit longer. And then right arm, right leg as well. And then let everything go soft. Inhale the arms back up to the sky. And then exhale, they'll flow back down alongside our body. Once they've made it all the way down, let's just roll the head to the right, back to neutral, and roll the head to the left. Let's return to neutral and roll right. Return to neutral and roll left. And then we're back to that neutral place. From there, let's pull the left knee into our chest. Flex and point our foot. Slowly roll the ankle round and round. And then reverse. And just let your foot rest. And let's circle that knee around. And reverse. And then just keep the knee tucked in nice and close. We'll send that leg out and switch, bringing the right knee in. Again, we'll start with our point flex. Ankle roll slowly round and round. And reverse. And then allow that foot to rest. Circle the knee around. And we'll go the other way. And then just keep the knee hooked in. And let's bring the other knee back in. So we're going to hug them close to the body, add in a few gentle rocks, side to side. Circling knees round and round. And then we'll reverse. And then just keep the knees hugged in nice and close. From there, let's open the knees a bit, so keeping our big toes close together, our thighs pressed against our ribs, and a few more rocks like that. And then let's hold center and try to open the knees a little wider, perhaps getting the soles of feet together and pulling the heels closer to the body, breathing into inner thighs and outer hips. And then we'll bring knees back together. Let your feet rest on the mat, toes in, heels out slightly, feet about hips distance apart, arms at our sides, palms to the sky. As we're tightening the belly, we're going to slowly peel ourselves off the mat, lifting those hips into shoulder bridge. So we want to feel the activation in the gluteals and the hamstrings. And then let's slowly come back down. Again, let's tighten the belly as we peel up off the mat, pressing those hips nice and high. And then we'll slowly come back down. Once we've made it all the way back down, knees come back to the chest. And then we're going to exhale and roll ourselves up. Once we're upright, we'll come into our easy cross-leg position. Sit bones on the mat, palms open to the sky. Backs of the hands on the knees, and just breathe into that spine. Allow your chin to rest on your chest. Lift the head to back, open our throat. Again, chin draws to chest. Lift the head to back, open the throat. Chin to chest. Lift the head to back, open the throat. Then find your way back to neutral center. From there, we're going to just drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Roll the chin to the chest. Roll the chin to the right. Or the ear to the right. Drop the chin to the chest. And bring the head back up. Now tip that right ear to the right. Drop the chin to the chest. Roll left ear to the left. Drop the chin to the chest. And bring the head back up. Again, let's tip the head back to open the throat. And then bring the chin all the way back to the chest. And then we're back to neutral center. From there, let's place hands together at the heart. Inhale, open the arms and the heart. Exhale, hands come back together. Inhale, let's open. Exhale, hands together. Inhale, open. And exhale, hands together. From there, let's lace our fingers and push our palms away from the body, breathing across the upper back and the back shoulders. And then let's turn the palms to face us like we're holding a large ball. While we're holding that ball, I want you to pull the belly button tighter and tighter. And let's rotate at the waist to our left. And back to center. Tighten the belly as we rotate to the right. And then back to center. Push the palms away and let them reach overhead. And then let the arms come all the way down. Once there, a couple shoulder rolls from back to front. And then just let your shoulders tuck right up into your ears. And they fall away. And shoulders tuck into ears. And they fall away. Once more, shoulders into ears. And they fall away. Take one more inhale. On our exhale, let's make our way onto those hands and knees. So on all fours, we want to make sure that we've got foundational hands, widespread fingers, hands turned in slightly, shoulders directly over the wrists, crossing through second, third, and fourth knuckles on each hand. Meanwhile, we've got hips over knees and tops of the feet pressed into the mat. Begin to sink your navel as you lift your tailbone, lift your head, open your heart, cow. Exhale, we're going to round the spine for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Again, inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. From there, let's make our way back to neutral spine. We'll extend through the right heel. So really stretch that leg nice and straight. Add the left arm forward, palm opening to the sky. Let's exhale back down to all fours and switch. Push out through the left heel, extending that left leg. Right arm forward, palm to the sky. Exhale, lower, let's switch and extend. Exhale, lower, switch and extend. Exhale, lower, back down to all fours. Big toes closed, knees apart. Tailbone's going to push way back. Let your chest drop through your knees, forehead on the mat, and then turn your palms to the sky. Flip the hands back over into that foundational position. Tuck the toes. Let's make our way up into downward facing dog. Allow your head to dangle freely through your arms. Feel your ribs pulling closer and closer to your thighs. And let's nod the head yes. And then gently shake the head no. And just allow the head to dangle there, and we'll walk our dog, lift and lower our heels individually. Let's press the heels down, and then inhale into plank. Let's exhale, go back up into down dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale again, down dog. And inhale to plank. From there, let's modify the plank by simply lowering the knees. Exhale, we're going to lower upper body, opening the elbows, chest comes down, then the hips touch down. And then the elbows tuck in, press through the tops of the feet and the hip bones, pull up from the top of the head and rise into cobra. Exhale, going down, the elbows open. They tuck in as we inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale again, elbows open, coming down. Elbows tuck in, inhale, lengthen, rise, into cobra. From there, let's tuck our toes, press back up into downward facing dog. Inhale, let's move to plank. Exhale, lowering, elbows open, chest down, hips down, elbows tuck in. Inhale, rise, cobra. Exhale, back up, down dog. Again, inhale to plank. Exhale as we lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. From there, let's return to all fours. Sink your navel, lift your tailbone, lift your head, open your heart, cow. Exhale, round out for cat. And then return to that neutral place. Let's re-extend the right leg behind us. Add the left arm forward, palm opening to the sky. Left hand comes back down. Let's send the right foot forward between the hands. Make sure your right knee stays over your ankle. Press down through the top of your left foot. We lift upper body. That brings us into crescent moon. Exhale, folding forward, hands to the mat. Left toes tuck under. Let's lift that left knee. There's runner's lunge. Right foot steps back into plank. Cross that tailbone back up into down dog. And come back down to all fours. Sink the navel, lift the tailbone, lift the head, open the heart, cow. Exhale, we round for cat. And then we're back to neutral. Now push out through the left heel, extending that left leg, right arm forward, palm to the sky. Bring the right hand down, we'll send the left foot through the hands. Knee over ankle, press to the top of the right foot. Let's lift upper body. Moving into crescent moon. Exhale, fold forward, hands on the mat. Right toes tuck under. Let's lift the right knee, bringing us back into runner's lunge. And then we'll send our left foot back, returning us to plank. And once again, pressing up into down dog. A few more walks of the dog. Pressing the heels down. Feeling ribs pull closer to thighs. Nodding the head yes. Shaking our head no. And then just letting it all hang there. From there, let's step the right foot forward and the left foot forward. Keeping toes close with heels slightly apart, we'll inhale, roll up. Reach to the sky. Exhale to our heart. Inhale again to the sky. Exhale to our heart. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, let's fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale, let's lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise for cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, let's roll up. Reach to the sky. And exhale to the heart. Again, inhale, extend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. Exhale, return to down dog. And inhale again to plank. Exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up. Touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Again, inhale, extend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. Exhale again, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, rolling up. Reach to the sky. Exhale to our heart. One last time, inhale to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. And exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, rolling up. Reach to the sky. Exhale to our heart. Now let's extend our arms long and straight at our sides. Finding our standing mountain pose. Let's inhale, extend high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Right foot steps back into runner's lunge. Push the right heel down. Let's turn right toes out. Align left heel with back of right heel. We'll start lifting upper body. We want our left knee over our ankle. We want our hip bones facing forward and our shoulders squared out over those hips. Arms extend, shoulders relaxed. Warrior one. From there, let the arms open wide. We'll stay nice and long in the waist. And then let's hinge forward, bringing us into our airplane warrior. Now let your hands release to the mat. Lift to the ball of your right foot, so we're back in lunge, and then send the right knee to the mat. Once it's back down on the mat, let's reach high to the sky for crescent moon. And then let our hands come together at our heart. Let's inhale as we rotate to our left, and as we exhale, try to get that right elbow to the outside of our left thigh. One more inhale. Exhale, let's untwist, return the hands to the mat. Right toes tuck under so we come back into runner's lunge. Left foot steps back into plank. Exhale, let's lower down. Inhale, lengthen, rise for cobra. Exhale, return to downward facing dog. Inhale again to plank. And exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, rolling up. Reach to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Again, inhale to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. We'll step left foot back into runner's lunge. Push the left heel down, turn the left toes out. Align your right heel with the back of your left heel. We start lifting upper body. Left knee or right knee over ankle, hip bones forward, shoulders square, arms extend. Warrior one. Let the arms open wide, stay nice and long in the waist. Let's come forward into our airplane warrior. And then let your hands release to the mat. Lift the heel of your left foot into runner's lunge, and then we're going to sink the left knee down, press through the top of our left foot, and return to crescent moon. Let's bring hands together at the heart. Inhale, start to rotate right. Exhale, left elbow to outside of right thigh. Breathing into that twist. Exhale, let's untwist and let your hands release to the mat. Tuck the left toes under so we're back up into our lunge. Send the right foot back into plank. Exhale, let's lower down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, return to down dog. Inhale again into plank. And exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, let's roll up. Touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale again to the sky. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Right foot steps back, bringing us into runner's lunge. We make our way around into our wide straddle. Toes turned in slightly, heels turned out slightly, hands directly under shoulders. Inhale, let's flat back, look out. And then exhale, let the elbows bend and the upper body truly just dangle down. Bending our knees as much as we need to. From there, let's press down through the palms, pushing the arms straighter and straighter. Inhale, flat back, look out. Exhale, arms open wide for airplane. And then let's inhale, slowly rise to standing. Turn your palms open, face to the sky. 5 5-minute star. Let's inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, fold forward, brush the earth, and then inhale back up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Once more, exhale, fold. And inhale, rise. From there, let's reopen the arms and return to our 5-minute star. We're going to rotate our palms to face forward. Rotate so our palms face down. Let's rotate again so our thumbs point down and our palms face behind us. And then we'll start to bring the arms forward so we get the back of our hands to meet. Breathe across upper back and back shoulders. And then let's lift the arms higher towards the sky. And let's reopen to 5-minute star. From there, it's left toes to the front end of our mat, aligning left heel with right arch. Keep your chest and your hips facing the wide edge of your mat, and then start to bend that left knee. So I'm going to bring it out over our ankle without pushing past our toes. Centering our body weight equally into both feet. From there, let's bring that left forearm to left thigh. Stretch your right arm high. And now we're going to let the right arm start to lower down towards the hips. We're going to make a full circle. As it pulls back to shoulder level, we relift into warrior two. We're going to stretch that left arm forward, lift the left, lower the right, push left palm to the sky for reverse warrior. And then let's pull the left leg straight without locking. Continuing to push through that left palm with that reverse triangle. And then we'll bring ourselves back into our sturdy position. So imagine that you're being pressed between two panes of glass. We start to pull our right hip to the right and we start raising our left arm away from that right hip. So we're going to go as far in each direction as we can. When we can't go any farther, left hand goes low and right hand goes high. Feel that right hip pressing slightly forward and that right shoulder rolling slightly back. That's going to keep us in a nice straight line. Got one more inhale in our triangle. Exhale, let's begin to rebend the left knee. Revolve the upper body, bringing us back into runner's lunge. Left foot steps back into plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. Exhale, back up into down dog. And then inhale, return to plank. We can hang out in plank or we can insert a push-up. And then come back up into downward facing dog. From there, let's step the right foot through the hands, returning us to runner's lunge. From there, we start to push our right leg straight, pushing our weight onto the right foot so we can extend the left leg behind us hip level. That becomes our tripod balance, or right thumb aligns with right pinky toe, and we add left arm for half moon balance. Left hand lowers if it's lifted. Left foot steps in, toes pulls heels apart. Inhale, roll up. Reach to the sky. And exhale to the heart. Let's inhale again to the sky. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale to look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Left foot steps back into our lunge. And then from there, we make our way around into our wide straddle facing the other side of the mat. Pressing down through the palms, we inhale, look out. Exhale, elbows bend, and again, we sink a little deeper down. Let's press down into the palms, pushing those arms straighter and straighter. And then let's raise the heels as high as we can get them. Press the heels down and raise up those toes, spread them open nice and wide. And then press the feet flat. Press down into the palms again, inhale, look out, flat back. Exhale, the arms open for airplane. And then from there, we inhale, rise to standing, palms to the sky, 5-pointed star. Let's inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Once more, exhale, fold. And inhale, rise. And then let's come back into 5-pointed star. Palms rotate forward. Palms rotate to face down. Rotate again, so thumbs down and palms face behind us. And then let's rotate, rotate, rotate until our palms are facing forward. Letting our hands meet together in front of the body. We'll lace our fingers and press our index fingers together. Again, breathing between those shoulder blades. And then let's inhale up the arms rise so those upper arms frame the head without feeling any tension in the neck or shoulders. And then let's reopen to our 5-pointed star. From there, we're going to turn right toes to the front end of our mat. Align our right heel with our left arch. Keep your hip bones and your chest facing the side of your mat. And then when you're ready, bend that right knee. Now let's bring right forearm to right thigh, left arm high to the sky. Now we let that left arm start to lower down towards the hip so it makes a full circle. As it comes back to shoulder level, we return to warrior two. And then we're going to pull that right leg straight so we end up back in our starting position. And let's rebend the knee. Reach the right arm forward, lift the right as you lower your left. Push right palm to the sky for reverse warrior. And then from there we'll pull that right leg straight into reverse triangle. Arms come back to shoulder level. Back in our start position. And now our left hip begins to pull left and our right arm's going to reach far, far away from that left hip. Once we can't go any farther in either direction, we're right hand goes low, left hand goes high. And here's our nice open triangle. You can feel that left hip pressing slightly forward, left shoulder rolling slightly back. Let's take one more inhale in our triangle. On the exhale, let's start to rebend the right knee. Revolving upper body, which is going to bring us back into runner's lunge. Good. We'll step right foot back. There's our plank. Exhale, let's lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, return to down dog. Inhale to plank. Hang out in plank or insert a push-up. And then return to downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward between the hands, bringing us to runner's lunge. Once there, we're going to start pushing body weight forward onto that left foot as we're straightening left leg, lifting right leg behind us, hip level, bringing us into tripod balance. You can stay like that or align your left thumb with your left pinky toe. We start rolling right hip open. Adding right arm to the sky, half moon balance. Exhale, right hand down if it's lifted. We'll step our right foot in, toes close, heels apart. And then from there, let's inhale and roll up. We're going to try and touch the sky. Exhale, hands come to the heart. And then let's return to standing mountain pose. So let's work a little bit more on our balance. We're going to find a focal point for our eyes. We're going to fixate on that spot. And feel that belly button tightening against the spine. And begin to shift our weight into a right foot. When you feel ready, let's bend the left knee like we're trying to pull that heel up towards our bottom. And then see if you can place the inside of your left foot in the palm of your hand. And let your right arm come forward. If you want to expand the dancer, we can let the arm lift and the leg lift a little farther behind. And then let's exhale and return to standing mountain pose. Reach to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, roll back up. Reach to the sky. And exhale, arms return to our sides. So now let's try the same thing on the other side. Focal point for the eyes. Fixating on that spot, shifting our weight into our left foot. Feeling that belly button tightening against our spine. And then when we're ready, we can bend the right knee, bring the right heel up towards your bottom. See if you can get the inside of your right foot in the palm of your hand, and let your left arm come forward. And then you can open however your body allows you on this day. And then let's return to standing mountain pose. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Ribs against thighs. Elbows cradled in the palms of our hands. So we have this little frame and we're just letting our head dangle within that frame. your fingers to the mat. Let's step back, right foot, left foot into plank. Exhale, let's lower down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, let's return to plank. And exhale again, down dog. Let's walk our dog a few times. Crossing our heels down, down, down. And then let's return to plank. Once you've made it back to plank, we're going to keep right shoulder over right wrist. And open for side plank. Modify to the side of your knee if you'd like. And let's come back around into our full plank. Return to downward facing dog. And we're back into plank. Now we've got left shoulder over left wrist. Return and open. Side plank. Exhale, return to full plank. And downward facing dog again. A few more walks of our dog. Really good stretch for the feet, the ankles, the calves. Both heels pressing down. And then let's come back down to all fours. Once there, navel sinks, tailbone lifts, heart center opens for cow. Exhale, we round for cat. And then we're back to neutral. Right leg behind us, hip level. Left arm forward, palm to the sky. Try lifting that left foot. Left hand and foot down. Right foot steps forward. Going to keep both hands to the inside of that right foot. And we're going to start to pull the top of our left thigh towards the mat. And then see if we can sink ourselves a little deeper down. Ensuring that that right knee doesn't protrude out past the toes, and we feel a really good stretch. The back of our right thigh and the front of our left thigh. We can walk the hands back in. Once we've got our hands in place, let's bring the knee back and return to all fours. Again, sink your navel, lift your tailbone, lift your head, open your heart count. Exhale, there's our cat. And we're back to neutral. Left leg behind us, hip level. Right arm forward, palm to the sky. Now try lifting that right foot. So it's not helping us balance. Right hand and foot come down, and we send the left foot forward. So let's keep the hands inside the left foot. We start to pull the top of our right thigh closer to the mat. Ease the body down. Left knee, make sure it doesn't go past the toes. Breathe into that left back thigh and front right thigh. And then from there, let's walk the hands back in. Return to all fours. One more, sink the navel, lift the tailbone, lift the head, open the heart cow. Exhale, we round cat. And then we're back at neutral. Toes close, knees apart, push tailbone back towards your heels. Let your chest drop through your knees, forehead comes to the mat, and then open palms to the sky. Passing left arm through right armpit, we want to try to get that shoulder to the mat. Bring that arm out and we'll switch. And then bring that arm out, and one more time, just stretch with palms to the sky. Let's bring hands closer to knees so we can press away from the mat. And come right around to the seat. So let's start with soles of the feet close together. We're going to pull our heels in as close to our body as we can, and then start to pull your knees open wider and wider. Head held high. Want to really breathe into inner thighs and outer hips. And then let's exhale and soften a bit. We'll stretch both legs out straight. Hands go on either side of our hips. Pressing down through the palms, pushing out through the bottoms of our feet. We're sitting like we're sitting at attention. And then let's exhale and soften. Let our fingers walk forward, folding down into that forward fold. And then we can rise back up. And once we're up, let's bend the left knee, and we're going to step the left foot across the straight right leg. Once there, let's try inserting that upper left arm on the inside of the left thigh, placing the heel of our right hand close to our tailbone, then inhale a little taller. Exhale, rotate at the waist so we can look a little farther over that right shoulder. Then inhale the left arm high. Exhale, let it come down. And now just use the right arm to wrap around the bent right leg. This time, heel of left hand presses close to the tailbone. Inhale a little taller. Exhale, rotate at the waist, looking over that shoulder. And let's exhale and twist. We'll stretch the left leg out and the right leg out, but this time let's take them both wider. Hands go between the legs, and we're starting to pull forward. So I want to feel like our belly button is being pulled towards the mat. Continuing to press out through the heels. And we'll inhale our way back up. Let's reach left hand towards left ankle, side bend to the left. Right palm facing the sky. And then we're up, we'll switch. Right hand to right ankle, side bend to the right. Left palm to the sky. And we'll come back up. Let's bring those legs together. Again, push out through the heels of your feet. Press down through your palms. Sit nice and tall and straight. And then exhale as we soften and we fold forward. So this time we're going to slowly come back up. Now let's keep the left leg straight. We're going to bend the right knee and step that right foot across to that left leg. So once there, let's insert right upper arm to the inside of that right thigh. Bring the left hand around and press the heel of your hand close to your tailbone. Then inhale taller and straighter. Exhale, tightening the belly, rotating so that we can look over that left shoulder. And then let's inhale, right arm up. Exhale, let it come down. And now let's use that left arm to wrap around the bent right knee. Right hand close to that tailbone. Inhale, taller and straighter. Exhale, look over right shoulder. And again, as we exhale, let's untwist. You can stretch both legs out straight. Just bounce your legs up and down a few times. And then let's bend both of our knees. Place hands behind your thighs. I want you to pull your shoulders away from your ears. Think about keeping your head held high and your heart center lifting. Tighten that belly, and let's find balance on our tailbone. And then we're going to begin to extend the legs without letting the back round. Once we've found our balance spot, see if we can extend the arms. And then let the arms come down so your fingertips point right at your butt. We're going to come down onto our forearms. And then from there, let your upper body lower all the way down. And we'll send our legs straight up to the ceiling. Palms facing open to the sky. So this would be a very modified version of our shoulder stand. So it's also really nice to do with your legs pressed up against the wall. So we can remain in our modified version, or if you want to venture into full shoulder stand, we need to ensure that the abdominals are doing the lifting and the holding, and our hands should be secondary. We don't want to feel any weight or pressure in the neck. And if you're in full shoulder stand, you could try to drop one foot over your head. Lifting that back up. Try switching legs. And then you can try bringing both legs down at the same time, which brings us into plow. So we want to make sure when we're in plow that we're not feeling any pressure in the neck. Now if you're in modified shoulder stand, bend your knees, bring them to your chest. If you're in full shoulder stand or plow, we're going to bend the knees and bring them to our ears. And then we're going to slowly roll the spine down to the mat. And that way we're all flat on our backs, knees to chest. You can use your hands to hug them even closer into your body. Add a few little side-to-side rocks. And then just hold neutral center. And let's bring both feet down. So keep your feet about hips distance, toes in, heels out. Tighten the belly, and let's return to shoulder bridge. So just like we started out with, making sure we're not feeling weight transferring into the neck. We're not feeling any discomfort in those knees. Let's try clasping our hands together under the body. Walk your shoulder blades a little closer together and press those knuckles into the mat. And then from there, let your hands release. And we'll slowly make our way back to the mat. Once the spine has come all the way back into the mat, bring the knees back in. Nice tight hug. A few more side-to-side rocks. A couple knee circles round and round. And reverse. the knees tucked in. From there, let's rest the feet down. Let the arms open wide. We're going to let both knees drop to the left, keeping the right shoulder down. Let's look right. Knees come back up. Now the knees drop right, we look left. And then the knees come back up. And we let both knees open with the soles of our feet resting together. Let's use our hands to push gently on the inner thighs. And then we can let the hands return to our sides. We can stretch one leg out at a time. Once the legs are stretched out straight, I want you to tense the muscles in just your legs. So push out to the heels of your feet. Scrunch your toes up. Spread them out really wide. And then let your legs and your feet relax. Moving on to the arms, we're going to stretch our arms long and straight at our sides. Tensing all the muscles in your arms. Tuck your fingers in, make tight fists. And then let them open really wide. Stretch them wide apart. And then let your arms relax. And I want you to pull down on the back side of your navel. I want you to pretend that you're trying to touch the back side of your navel onto your spine, holding it like that without holding your breath. And then let's let that go. Let's send away all of those anxious thoughts and extend kindness and compassion to all sentient beings. Namaste. Let's make sure that we're sipping lots of water throughout the day, keeping our muscles juicy, functioning, and flexible. Same with all those brain cells, keeping them juicy, functioning, and flexible. I'll be back tonight to let you know what's taking place tomorrow. So in the meantime, stay healthy, stay safe, stay kind. Rise, resist, persist, and repeat. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.